I can't even tell you why this one hit different, man. After this, I gotta stop shooting vids today. My throat is feeling a little bit thrashed, man. I'm actually feeling kind of tired. Patreon, the vids with my sister are up. The interview with my sister and with Dr. Girlfriend are up. It just seemed like such a lazy ending for a death battle. And I just know I'm not one to be talking about all that, but Ben 10 seemed like one of those things, for, you know, for a Cartoon Network crossover. It seemed like he would get a lot more credit. This is kind of a long video, so I kind of just want to get into it. It's pretty late at night here. But yeah, this shit is crazy. This is insane. Directly crushed in human form. Okay.
You completely forgot about me, didn't you?
Ben!
Then transform.
I just figured the Omnitrix had a failsafe that wouldn't let me die, and sure enough, it kicked in.
This video contains spoilers for the entire Ben 10 vs. Green Lantern Death Battle episode.
Alright, so we're going to start with the stuff that he liked in this reaction in particular, mostly just because I am sleepy and I like to be, you know, not present. But here we go. Getting a lot of requests for Ink just because of his style and his organization. They said it makes a lot of sense, and they feel like Death Battle does a lot of things to purposely try to just focus on numbers to justify their feelings, and people think that that's wrong to do, so play.
I had no problems with the recap. Every time I was about to make a note, they seemed to be one step ahead. It was very surprising. They really laid out a lot of feats I didn't think they'd mention. There were some statements that were phrased that made it seem like they watched a few of my videos for this, which is pretty neat. There were a few minor errors, like when they talked about Waybig's fight against the Dagon, they showed a clip of him fighting malware. Or when they said the overuse of the Omnitrix can horribly disfigure a user's DNA, which I don't think I've ever heard before, even as a rumor. I'm really interested in knowing where they got that from. They also say Derek J. Wide is one of the show's creators, but none of these things come up in the actual battle, so who cares. The fight was really cool to watch too. It kept me on the edge of my seat with how close things would come. The writing for Ben and Hal seemed pretty in character, and I thought the voices were great as well. My favorite one was Waybig due to it being the most accurate to the show.
Yeah,
the voice of Ben did a fantastic job, but I felt like his voice would have suited teenage Ben much better, especially since they were using transformations from Alien Force onward.
I can give you 10 good reasons right now to let me go. You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's hero time!
I get that the classic Ben is more recognizable, but honestly, non-fans of Ben 10 aren't gonna care which one you use.
Yeah, really not. I was about to say, I mean, that's a good point, but that's really a cop-out because we don't give a motherfucker.
So why not appease to the people who actually do care? You can't tell me that seeing Kid Goku using Ultra Instinct wouldn't be jarring. But hey, that one shot of Heat Blast shooting a flamethrower with Hal manifesting a fire extinguisher was brilliant.
Yeah.
I might be mistaken, but I think they were even using an original score too, so props to them for that. It even had lyrics. The super strength flick Alien X did was a great callback to the episode, and then there was Ben, which Ben 10,000 did the same thing as Atomic X. The biggest thing I was worried about was them not giving Ben full control of Alien X, and they kinda didn't. Let me explain.
Okay. So this is obviously a doozy.
Unfortunately, I ended up having a lot more to fix than I would have liked. I really wanted this to be an easy video and just enjoy the battle, but ironically, my biggest problems with the video happened right when Alien X showed up. The best way to begin is to explain every reason why the way they had Hal Jordan win would not work. Number one, the Soda Bro effect. The way they had Hal Jordan win was by having him go back in time to the start of the battle. But what they failed to account for was the Soda Bro effect.
Soda Bro effect?
The Soda Bro effect is a ripple in the time stream created that can be detectable by those whose abilities are powerful enough to perceive changes in the time stream.
I remember this episode. We were running out of battery power.
The second Hal would use his time powers, and the fact he literally says,
"Time, huh? Thanks for the tip."
Alien X would be able to sense it and follow him backwards in time with him.
Which is what everybody was saying.
There. Alien X can time travel as well. Number 2, the Omnitrix's many failsafes. So Death Battle claims that the Omnitrix has no defenses against Ben's arm getting cut off, but that's literally what the energy feedback was for, to protect Ben. They even show it activate at the start of the battle. Cutting Ben's arm off counts as the Omnitrix being forcibly removed from
Why
Ben.
would it not?
Therefore, the Omnitrix would counter this. They also mention that the Omnitrix is able to take control and transform Ben into whatever alien he needs to survive, but fail to actually show that either. The Omnitrix could have transformed Ben into Goop or Diamond Head or someone else that could have
somebody who don't get cut with scissors. He manifested scissors.
The scissors.
Scissors.
Catching Ben off guard isn't even an argument, because the Omnitrix's AI is advanced enough to react to things on its own, such as
the Omnitrix can instantly transform him fast enough to catch the Big Bang.
Which is their words, not mine. The fact that the Omnitrix has an anti-death
I fucking eye rolled so hard. I'm gonna watch the rest of this video. I know this is gonna be very unsatisfying for y'all to see this cut off. But that's what it's gonna be. It is so late. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of under the weather right now. I think I've been up for too many days straight. But yeah, this is just an insane. I felt so nitpicky for disliking it, but I really did. I really didn't like it.
I always figured the Omnitrix had a failsafe that wouldn't let me die, and sure enough, you kicked in right when the Big Bang started, gave me just the alien I needed. It always seems to give me the right alien. I want something else.
Exactly.
Stop fighting it. It seems to know me better than me.
Which is a good grown Ben decision, because young Ben didn't understand it. It was literally fighting against it. That was a part of so many storylines, you know, even though it's such a kiddie show, you know, they just want, but like it was thought out. Like, he's not going to expect this. He's not going to want this. But the Omnitrix knows exactly what alien is most powerful for each situation.
Wouldn't let me die, wouldn't let me die, wouldn't let me die, failsafe.
And they use clips from the very same episode that this is mentioned in, even showing scenes moments before the statement. So it seems like they did not watch the full episodes that they pulled clips from before using them. I mean, that may be a bit too much to ask, but had they done it, they would have come across a major game-changing feat. Number 3, misunderstanding Alien X. My biggest problem with the video was how they handled Alien X in general. He was treated far more like a melee fighter than he actually is, and his durability was significantly downplayed to the point of being non-existent at some times. To start, Alien X can erase people in the blink of an eye, yet they're having him Thanos him in a painfully slow manner. This is not how Alien X erases people. They could just blink and you'd be gone.
But it was good, you know, cinematography or whatever. You know, it was good shooting on their point and good storytelling. It wasn't made as if, you know, sometimes they have different perspectives, or whether they're using movie time or anime time or whatever time. You know, they did make it seem like it was literally happening slowly. But again, they were just showing that we're going to counteract that and not use this as a cop-out for this episode, which I don't think Death Battle should do, man.
As I've said, he was primarily fighting melee style, which, while we have seen this in the show, it's never been to such an isolated and prolonged degree. You can see Alien X clones in the background as if they're waiting for an opening to get in on the punching. But they can warp all of time and space. Why are they treating this like a street brawl? Bare minimum, they should at least be firing an energy blast or throwing planets or something, if you wanted to keep things purely physical. But them standing around to watch is just unacceptable. Remember when you showed how he can create a galaxy-sized black hole? Where was that?